Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Imperator Rome, where we are playing as Anuradhapura. Well, some things have changed the last time around. As I said, I would wait for some interesting times, and I believe they have arrived. But first of all, I want to share some mechanics that I've learned in my off time, if you will, as I was playing this game. We've also... I know I'm too small a channel, and probably Paradox never hears this, but I have one suggestion. First, I'm starting with that suggestion. This is my guy that leads our family, right? And I've been able to marry out my daughter. Very cool. I am also considered the head of my family, but for some reason I cannot do anything with the sons of my brother. And that feels really weird. These fine gentlemen, well, there are more than enough characters, if we go to show families, and as you can see, I'm starting to figure out how to go from place to place. Here are some lovely young girls. Sorry, 28, not married, could have married. There are some other ones. They are 16. They can marry. Well, this is 35. They can still marry. Don't get me wrong, because they're not married. Please allow me to keep up the family a little bit more. I know this isn't Crusader Kings 2, but that would be proper, I think. And I find that a little annoying. Now, secondly, as you see, we have no pop-ups. Nobody's angry. Our state of affairs is very, very good. How did I manage this? Well, first of all, how did I manage the starving population cities? Well, actually, it's kind of more logical than I would think. If you can see, it's a base percentage, okay? Then based on the terrain, a certain thing, and then there is civilization value, granary value, and city population. Now, city population, of course, the larger the city grows, it's more difficult to feed everybody. Very logical, no problem there. But if you can see, civilization value and granary value. Granary value is directly influenced by every granary is a 0.06% increase in population growth. That sounds very little, but it's actually on this scale, if you look at the chance of how fast it grows, that's actually quite significant, as you can see here. But then you can say, but the civilization value is so much higher. True, civilization value is very potent, but it's half of this score, rounded up. I can show you better over here in our newest city that we captured, because Kuntala had once again a revolt, and this time we did actually manage to capture everything, and for some reason out of their revolt came Godavara. Okay, I don't know how, because only this province was, I believe, or maybe these two provinces were of the revolt. Actually, I think this one was of Asika. But then again, anyways, this country has now been popped out. Yeah, we captured this city. This also had some population issues. I moved to Tupira just to make sure it all went well, and then here you can see it only has a civilization value of 12. It's really bad. But if I would increase it by 1%, via building a marketplace, I would only gain 0.005 additional value for people that can live here. So the granary is way more impactful. In other words, if you have a big city, granaries are kind of important. Because I don't have a lot of slaves here, but I built them and it was the only way to make the city survive. So yeah, that is a thing that happens. And it's not bad to have, by the way, a lot of slaves, because slaves do give you way more base tax value than a tribesman. So yeah, they do give additional local manpower, which is nice, but seeing they become unhappy as civilization grows, I don't mind that in my main island, I have no more tribesmen. They're just all gone. Speaking of my main island, I know I have a few people actually that come from Sri Lanka. Could you actually tell me why the culture here is an Aryan culture group? Which is the north of India and not the southern part normally? Is that because people from here traveled over here? Or is it actually that the Dravidian culture came from another area and colonized, if you will, the southern part of India, and that's why there's a split between Aryan and Dravidian? I'm kind of curious, actually. But yeah, as you can see, I've also been converting more and more. Now, I could start... I'm starting to think of removing this cultural assimilation thing, but don't do that too quick, I would suggest. Why is that? Well, even if a a province has turned all the way into your preferred culture, Lankan in my case, it doesn't mean that they always will become a new Lankan person, because this person is a... let me see here. And I need to hover over the right thing. That's slave. That's what a slave does. Hold on. I need to hover over the right thing. How do... there we go. It's on top of it. This will become a Tamil slave. Tamil, despite that the area is considered Lankan. So be careful. You're not... yeah, and this is the thing different. I was hovering over a citizen instead of over the bar. But this person will become a Tamil citizen. But this person over here will become a Lankan slave. So be careful about hitting the button too quick to reverse it. I'm going to run it a wee little more, but I am starting to consider of changing a few things. There is a chance of piracy here, they say in the port, but I have a minus 10% already modifier. So actually there isn't one at all, because we also don't have a lot of ship routes. Actually here we do have a ship route, but we have ships in port, which already reduced, and we have coastal defense forts, which is a technology I have. So there is no way in bleep that there are going to be pirates over here. But yeah, we have done well with the cultural simulation. The religious simulation is going well. We have here some people that are apparently not entirely Hindu. Let's convert you. Oh, voila, that was immediately gone. And let's convert some people from you then. Huh? And there's no reason or rhyme or reason right now that I'm converting one or the other. Like citizen or freeman or tribesman or slave. It's just what I've been doing to get the happiness of the researchers and these people the highest. But yeah, in a sense, tribesmen are pretty good, because as you can see from a tribesman, they give more local men... well, not more local manpower, because we only have 4 here and here 6. So actually, tribesmen are in between the slaves and between a freeman. They're probably pretty good for migratory tribes over there, but here a little less so. Anyways, no more problems, no family issues, though I would like to marry them out. But also something I learned is I'm at least a little bit less afraid of this incredible empire right now, at this particular moment. Why is that? They have no manpower in the bank. Yes, their top is 503k, which is way more than our 183k, but it is kind of like crappy. And apparently they lose a lot of men due to attrition. So hey, thank you very much. You have no manpower in the bank. And it will only go down. And I am going to wait until a few more points come up, and I might just fabricate on this kingdom, Bentica. Now, once again, be careful, 35 cohorts, 31 cohorts, and they will ramp it up once we go to war. But that seems to be the best new target. I have taken away my revoked my guarantee of Andhra over here, because I kind of want to take pieces of them. But I don't know who's going to be the first war target, this country or because Bentica or Andhra. Because Andhra we still have a truce with until 21. I only recently revoked that guarantee. We're also doing quite well. We do have some corruption, but the corruption is not much of a problem, because the monthly legitimacy change here, which there's also another thing for Paradox. Here you state what it causes the corruption, where here you tell me how my loyalty or my popularity is changing, whereas I look at this screen, this tells me what it will do in the end. So why don't you tell me on this screen how my corruption is also changing? Currently it does state above and it isn't changing, but it feels a little weird. Also here it says monthly wage bonus increased, and here it doesn't state that, so that feels a little odd, personally. Yeah. Well, that's another thing that I wanted to have off my chest. So that's all kinds of things that I've learned from, well, playing a little bit off camera and waiting for an interesting time for you folks to come around, which is actually, well, having learned all this, having managed, well, to make our country quite happy right now, and our aggressive expansion is really dropping fast. We've also made some technological advances. We of course are going to go into try and gain some more well, I want to do ruler popularity gain because I think that that is a really nice assets to gain. It is already dropping currently, but that would help a little bit more. Another things that I would always try to do is get people to become happier or have them more output or decrease the wages. That's what I've been doing constantly. And in fact, by our economical standards, and we're going to use that now, we can already just pay the men their full wage. Not a problem. Just pay their full wage. And we still get a ton of income. I've also built in quite a few marketplaces. The manpower building, I think it's barracks. Training camp, I apologize. And I built a granary when needed. Let's make sure there's a really well endeavor. I gain corruption. I don't want to gain that because that will... The worst thing of corruption is not the monthly legitimate change. The power cost is annoying. That is the main issue. And of course corruption is annoying for having to pay higher wages to person that you are paying to. When you have it yourself, it's a little bit less problematic. But yeah, I don't want to gain corruption. I'm just going to gain popularity. Even if I have already more than enough of it. But yeah, our little country is doing quite well. And this man's, well, Kuntala still has itself a boat, but it has no more port to dock it in. So that's going to be interesting. In fact, I'm going to just park my boats over here. Should we go to war with Kuntala? We can immediately drop on their asses. Let's just lower the wages for now. And we are about to make more advances. By the way, I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know how Godvara came out of the Kuntala revolt a little bit, but because it also took terrain of other countries, I wonder how that mechanic actually works. In fact, over here, the Gera country no longer exists. It's now all part of the Maka, well, or the Makan revolt in this case. But yeah, this is, by the way, I like this. I might want to play this country once. Tylos, just this one little island over here. That's so cool. I know that later it becomes a very powerful oil state. I won't say the name considering I am afraid I will say it wrong. I would say it's Kuwait, but I think that's more to the north. Is this not Bahrain? Ah, that's what I meant. I know some of the countries in that location. I just don't know exactly which one it is. But yeah, I'm also curious to see if we conquer this, if it will go easier, because these people are of the Aryan group, which is ours. Denied legitimacy. Word has reached us from spreading dangerous rhetoric that calls into question my right to rule. I lose legitimacy, or I lose oratory power, and I only lose a little bit of legitimacy. And he loses 10 loyalty, which is already bad. I will lose a legitimacy in general. That's also a thing that is sometimes hard to find. I'm not yet in the know well enough where my legitimacy is at. I know my legitimacy was... I have found it before, and I know it was climbing. But that's why I took it. But I would like to show you. By the way, this is our family prestige, which is also why I really want to marry out our sons. I would hate to lose the prestige. It's wealth. Where is our legitimacy? Oh wait, that's I know now. Hold on. That's research points. Oh no, it's not here. I thought it was over here. This was what I was looking for. Economy, diplomacy, decisions. Yeah, just... Why can I not marry them out to all these fine women that are over here? Take Vishnu again. Where the heck is our legitimacy again? Aggressive expansion, that's not what I mean. National slave output. Where is our legitimacy? That's brutal popularity. That's prominence. Which I don't really know what it does in a sense. Doesn't really state it well. It tells me how it changes, but... Where's our legitimacy? Corruption, loyalty, popularity. I require legitimacy. I've seen it before somewhere, but apparently it's not as easy to find. By the way, I've also changed our stance into appeasing stance instead of neutral, which gives us one more diplomatic relation, but we have no diplomatic relation right now, so we don't really care. So appeasing stance helps me, well, become a little bit more friendly. Our aggressive expansion decays quicker, we have improved relationships, which is easier to do. And we have opinion of our allies, which we don't have, but alright. And the opinions of other diplomatic range is plus 10. So that keeps it up a little bit, which actually makes Maria think well of us right now. They're actually pretty happy with us. But yeah, where the heck is the legitimacy? That's apparently one that I... oh, here it is. There it is, legitimacy. And next ruler's legitimacy has gone up. We could increase it, but it is currently changing ever so slightly up. So, we shouldn't be really too worried. We can lose some legitimacy. And I also don't know what is the effect of legitimacy. I assume it will make people more likely... oh, here. It's national freeman happiness. Primary air attraction becomes higher, and loyalty is max loyalty. Yeah, so the chance of people revolting against you. It's also kind of interesting how I've learned that we make pottery over here. And every slave, 13 slaves, gives us an additional 1 earthenware. So that's why we have such a major surplus in the capital, which is a little ridiculous how much surplus we have over there. In that sense, we should really move some population around, but that costs civic power, and I'm using all my civic power to constantly get this up. National freeman output. Tribesman output, tribesman output. Yeah, just take one of them. I don't really care for that. I could have done popularity gain as well. But yeah, ever since I revoked it, I would have expected people to attack Andhra because he's not doing too well. He's actually gaining. Oh, nice! +2 civilization advance. Always nice. What did we gain? Diplomatic range? No, we had that already for a long time. Oh, here, slave needed for surplus. Huh, that's interesting. But that tells you how you can make... why it's also perhaps sometimes nice to move slaves around. I could gain a +1 elephant. I don't know how much that would help, but yeah. Amber. Hey, ho ho ho, wait on. Why are you... do you want access? You've gone to war with this nation. Interesting. And Cola is on your side. Right? That means one of your biggest allies is gone? You've gained a subject. Yeah, we need to... we're going to decline this offer. We're going to move in our troops. And I probably will hire these mercenaries considering our cash flow is good. And we're about to wage war as well on this nation. Because we want the southern part of this. Covert actions, fabricate claim. We exactly have enough. Yeah, the north is stronger, but the south is continuous border, so let's not. There we go. Move in. We will hire the mercenaries. And actually move these 8,000 up as well. Because why would I not? But the fact that this guy just went to war is no longer guaranteed by Maria, which was for a while, and has just gone to war with its one ally of Kuntala, means that now is the time to strike. By the way, we also now trade with Maria. So that is also an interesting thing to note. We also have several internal trade routes. Declare war. There we go. We don't have another aggressive expansion. We can handle this aggressive expansion. There we go. Support this army. And yeah, we're going to hire these mercenaries. You have a lot of elephants though, so we need to put you in a place that can support you the best. Which is indeed this area. Which also is pretty close to this territory. Starving population. Over here. Seriously? You can only build more buildings in the province that you control. Oh wait, their fort took it. So if you could just select this and grab this back, thank you very much. Aggressive expansion impact. Well, actually I should have taken siege ability. Now that we are over here. Kuntal wants access. I will not give you access. Absolutely not. Why would I grant you access over something I would like to get? Turbulent priests. We lose loyalty and somebody gains... Or we can give some money and he gains a wee little bit of loyalty. Well, we have money. Actually, we even have gained money with the mercenaries active. Wow. He is losing people fast, though. That's annoying of mercenaries. They have a lot of war elephants, but there's... Actually, I won't give you access, but will you give me your access? Yeah! How handy! Because that means we can move you all the way around to some province in the front. There we go. Are these mercenaries sieging this? No, they got something else here. Oh, they're coming in with a big ass old stack. Hold on a minute, where everybody's moving. Yay, long. That's been one. So you've got... That's only one cohort, I think. No, why does it 11? Oh, because you have a second army beneath it. I think you should move over there. There we go, and then we're gonna go over here. Because you're probably interested in taking him down, I reckon. There we go. Move in. Move forward, because if I don't move you forward, we won't... Yeah, you're just going to have to attack as the mercenaries to start with it. He's going to initiate the battle. Okay. Don't know if we will arrive in time to support his army. It's gonna be yellow right now. We won it. Okay, cool. Stop over here with your movement. You can go there. You can go there. They're definitely going to take some territory for themselves over here. I mean, all the southern part I won't be able to take because they are starting to take stuff, but we will be able to do some damage. The death of someone, he was leading an army, so that's a bit of a bummer. Oh, but it's a general far, far away, so that's not too bad. Well, he's a pretender. Well, he's not a very good general, but whatever. The question is, who is sieging what now, and are we in time to take whatever the heck it is that we want to take? We're only considered to have full war score, but we've won this battle. That's weird. The mercenaries are okay in this province right now. 32, that's indeed quite high. This is really low. There we go, we've gotten that one as well. I should really move up our forces. The capital's over here, and it doesn't have a fort? That's surprising to me. Perhaps I should move up there. Move this in here. I should also check a little bit. They're about to take this province, this city, which is of the next province. So we don't really want. It's just annoying that they took this one. That's the only one. So what is this war about that you are fighting? This is my aggressive war. This is the Kuntalan Godvara war. The war is fought to take Mulaka, and the score is -21. So Kuntala wants this area back. What Godvara has. Alright. Death of our naval man. Yeah, we'll give it to one of our pretenders. Ooh, do we suffer attrition over here? Yes, we do. Is this province already capable of supporting it? Yeah, so we'll move up there, up there. We're gonna move up there. Siege towers, definitely. We want some of that. Okay, we seem to be doing well in this war. I think we can actually just fire these guys. Disband the unit. Because we don't really need to hire them anymore. We are fine on our war score. Yeah, let's just take the port. We might be too late on sieging that. No, we are sieging it. Awesome. No, we will suffer attrition if we go forward with these elephants, but I gotta take some attrition if I want to make good on this war. Oh, I thought it was going to be mine, but it wasn't. But we did take the capital just now. So, let's sue for peace and let's see if you're willing to give me the southern part. You're okay with this. Will you give me the northern part? You're okay with that? You're okay with giving me everything? Really? Okay. In that case, let's take it all. We don't need popularity gains, so we'll lose aggressive expansion. Boom. We just took everything. The entire nation was absorbed by us. That is amazing. I didn't expect them to surrender that decisively, that quickly. Starving populations over here. Whoa, you have a lot of citizens. And we need a new governor. Because we have entered the Aparanta territory. That is nice. Actually, who knows? Change governor. We only have 2 available. If governor, local fort defense. Extra resources and governors. Yeah. Shoot. Am I capable? You have 0 as well. I'm looking to see if I can give it to a family member. Because perhaps then they will start... He has 8, for instance. And he has dysentery, so we will seek treatment. But you're also pretty good. So, where are you? I think you are a researcher or something, or in my... Yeah, you're in my council. Okay, so I don't like to do this, but I am going to do it like this. There you go. And you're starting to religiously convert people. Do we need that? No, we don't need that at all, man. I need you to cultural assimilate. Cultural assimilate. And what is the other terrain that you control? Cultural assimilate. There we go. Now I know that my other heir, my heir after that is a little better, but at least now he has got control. And can I now give you... No, I cannot give you a marriage. Plots whispers in the dark. Start a plot event. Nonsense, we should put more faith in him. Alright, we will have him tailed and looked after. I understand this, but I'm going to break this and build... Oh, then again, we don't really need this. Let's just build like this. How much is the problem? A lot. Oh, because it's been looted. So after it's been looted, it should go over. Dysentery has been treated. That's amazing. This was a very fast move forward. I wonder what Maria thinks of us right now. A lot less. Aggressive expansion. We should really improve opinion again. Because we need these guys to think of us as alright, you know, we're the power in the south, they're the power in the north. We are still a major power. Yeah, I did not expect. Meeting of the minds has been spending increasing quantities of time with our beloved heir, him. These are two natural enemies, so it might be wise to particularly careful with this developing situation. Thanks to our discreet surveillance of the conspirators, we were able to determine that they were having an animated discussion about Ananda. That's him. They were having a discussion about himself. Perhaps you can convince him not to get involved. We'll no longer be involved in this plot. Will cost us more money. Warn Ananda at once. We'll do that. We'll give him some loyalty to us. And we should be fine. Why are you suffering attrition? Do we have two armies over here? No, we're suffering attrition because this army is moving. Alright, that's fine. That's understandable. Plot. Infighting. Two dastardly claimants to the throne of Anuradhapura, who have been plotting together to cause all manners of chaos, have seemingly fallen foul of one another. So much so, it seems that Udayanvin, this boy, is reportedly marching a band of hired thugs to the dwelling place at this very moment. If we wish to intercede, now would be the time. We could use some oratory power, and they both gain some loyalty. We don't have this power. Or let them fight amongst themselves. The outcome of the encounter will be decided by their personal statistics. I don't have the monetary power. Let's just do this, and we'll have to see what happens. Also, just to have a little bit of fun. He has survived. He has survived right now. But he has an infection, for which I can seek treatment. Yeah, I'm really surprised we took... the other province he's governing is this one little holding. That is what cultural assimilating right now. Just this. Which is Canadian. I don't know if we needed... I just realized if we needed to actually culture assimilate these guys. Not Lankan culture is minus 10%. And then aggressive expansion. But in comparison to these guys... Yeah, this is minus 30%. So actually... cultural assimilating them was not as necessary. They're actually already pretty darn happy. I don't need to culturally assimilate them. Perhaps we shouldn't then. Perhaps we should change this again, which is a bad idea of mine, I know, but... Local manpower and fort defense. Do we have a fort in this area? No, but we could build one over here, which would be really handy. If we ever get into war with you. Local fort defense. Yeah, you know what? Boom, boom, boom. Put that up. Make it a level 2. Make it a strong one. That is our first big effort in that. And I think with that I'm going to end the episode, as I'm going to contemplate changing this. We could do... We don't need local autonomy. We don't really need that. Let's call... I already know. Let's focus on civilization value. Whoops. A little bit more tyranny. Oh well. I hope you enjoyed this episode, as we have grown in power. We are going to, with the taking out of this realm with an instant, it's going to be more difficult for people to take over Andhra, sorry, and that might mean that we can do this. We are becoming more and more powerful. We could also consider perhaps offering a guarantee to this man, and then demand vassal tribute status. Opinion is right now is against it, and -80, but diplomatic reputation is helping. Current strength, potential strength, and rank +2. Seems to be difficult to make someone your vassal if this rank is already not enough when he's just a local power. Is there actually even something beneath a local power, like this one city is? Okay, that's a city-state. So that might even be lower. Yeah, that seems to be even lower, but it feels a wee little difficult, but we'll have to see what we can do in the next episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.